What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D and Duel commentary. We have Mika 1492 versus the man in black. Let's see, 879. I had to start recording because look at this guy's hand and look at this guy's resources. This is, this is insane. Oh boy. So basically the man in black, this could be a mirror match. It may not. Who even cares? I look at the amount of cards on field and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I got to start recording this. This is so crazy. So anyways, man in black, he had, I think, double scepter on field and he special three sovereignties. And he was just like, I'm just going to keep drawing. Oh my God, I think he's going for a game. Dude, for real. All right. Keep in mind, and actually I say keep in mind, but I haven't even told you guys, he's under max C. That is why Mika keeps drawing cards profusely. Not quite game though. Does he have an L fusion maybe? See, I don't really even know. Well, I think he managed a hedgehog, so I guess this must be the Shadow mirror match. But the thing is, with Shadows, there's kind of like a cap on like how many monsters you can get through without really, well, I guess the Sorceress kind of just changed that. Cause I was thinking, like, if your opponent has multiple monsters on field, it's kind of hard to get damage in, cause usually with Shadows, you make construct. And if you're attacking this, or this, you're not doing any battle damage. So, looks like Mika is gonna fire back with Scepter, and then he's gonna chain the Sovereignty in his hand to it. And the man in black flips over Mistake. So this could be a mirror match. Or could be game one. That's actually what I meant to say. So, looks like he'll draw a card from the Sovereignty. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just make sure. 4. Damn it, don't shuffle, dude. 4, 4, 8. Okay, yeah. He has 10 cards total to the man in black's. Let's see. 4, 3, 9 cards. Oh, super clutch Dark Hole. Actually, we're going to call that Dank Hole. I kind of find that interesting that he would activate Dark Hole after doing that. I mean, you could argue that he may have drawn the Dark Hole afterwards. And he summons his own BLS. This is like straight up Dank series, man. Now, I don't see any way possible that he would not use like a Shadow Fusion here, because why would you even search Falco if you weren't planning on using like a Shadow Fusion? He activates Foolish Burial. For a second, I was thinking, why didn't he Dragon? But there's pretty much no reason to Dragon. Like, the Mistake is already flipped up. There's no point of taking out that card when you have BLS. Like, you might as well just try and go for game. Okay. To my shock, he simply attacks with the BLS. Probably gonna set Falco, knowing that it can absorb an attack and then potentially get him another one. Like, another monster that can absorb an attack. I guess he's not gonna set? Wow. It's a good thing Snatch Steel's out the game, isn't it? Now again, it's gonna be hard for him to get the 450 he needs unless he's running something like Honest or whatnot. If he can somehow, well, with Soul Charge you could Cowboy, the rest of the plays would be, I guess, irrelevant. So yeah, with 3 cards in hand and 2 cards set, let's see if the man in black can actually do this. Because he has cards, but he doesn't have any field presence. He's going to activate Call of the Haunted. He can get BLS. Oh, never mind. No, he can't. Vanity's Emptiness is played unless he has a Mystical Space Typhoon. Even if he had a Shadow Games for Dragon, it would resolve in another chain. So he's going to activate Raigeki, and now if he has a monster, he wins. He just needs any monster. Any monster. The Vanities is gone, because Blackluster Soldier left the field. Tell me you have a monster. Oh, he doesn't have a monster! Are you kidding? You didn't have a monster? Man, come on. That's, as Robbie would say, that was disgusting. I can't believe he didn't have a monster after having a Raigeki. He needs like Miss Valley Falcon. I'm gonna make a Miss Valley Falcon deck. It's not gonna be a Miss Valley Falcon deck, but it's gonna be a deck that plays Miss Valley Falcon for sure. Alright, so Mika is thinking here. Well, Mika, your opponent doesn't have any monsters, obviously. Like, any monster except what? I'm trying to think. What's Hedgehog's attack? Like 200? 600? Something like that? Yeah, I think even Hedgehog would have killed him. I think every monster in Shadows would have killed you. I'm trying to think if there's... For some reason, I'm picturing a Shadow with like 200 attack, but I don't think there is one. I think Falco has like 600 and Hedgehog has 800. So... Looks like he just summons Squamata and attacks. It's not actually bad right now, to be honest. Like, the fact that he has a beater is just significant, because his opponent clearly has no monsters. And he sets another card, although right now I have to believe that that's a bluff. I wonder if Mika will choose to attack and maybe just set the Falco. Okay, looks like he might do that exactly. Just attack and set the Falco as defense. Okay, looks like that's what he's doing. Pretty much gut check time right now. He's already burnt Regeki, and oh, that is so sad. That is so sad, man. It just didn't work out for the man in black. He gave his opponent too many cards with the Maxi. I understood what he was doing, but sometimes that happens, man. You get one good push and you never do damage again. Clearly, if he would have resolved the Call of the Haunted, he would have won. He was targeting Dragon. He would have been able to go for Dragon, just poke his opponent after using the Regeki, and that would have been a wrap. So, we're going to game 2. This is Dolls versus Dolls, so these matches should be quick. Before Stars to Rest, whenever I played a Shadow Mirror match, like, to be honest, it never really went past, like, turn 4. By that point, either one player has way too much advantage, or you just get OTK'd. Most of the time, you just get OTK'd, because when I was playing it, that was when Shadows were playing, like, 3 enemy controller, and nobody was playing defensive cards. So, the only defensive cards you ran outside of enemy controller was Shadow Core. Like, those are the only ways to pretty much stop anything, like OTKs or whatever. In game 1 especially. Game 2, maybe you side in some Veilers or something like that. Maxis. So Mika just sets 1. And the man in black opens with Math Man. Best opening in the deck. Well, that and Sovereignty. Not Sovereignty, but Sovereignty plus Scepter. I guess Scepter is much better just to open with. So it looks like he wants to get his draw on. And I guess it's more important if you're playing Star Seraph Shadows that you draw cards, because you want to get the combo together with Sovereignty and Scepter. So yeah, it's kind of important that you put those pieces together as quickly as possible, so you can just explode on your opponent. Assuming they don't have the Max C, you can kind of just wreck them. And let's see what's going to happen here. Mika must have a seriously bad hand. I'm trying to think if maybe he like set an L fusion and has like Dolls in hand, maybe a Useless Light and like a Squamata or something. Squamata is not a card you would want to invest on the field turn 1 with Shadows. Like in any way, you don't want to summon it, you don't want to set it, you just leave it in your hand. Nope, he just sets more cards. And the thing is, no one is really buying that in Shadows when you just set cards. For the most part, especially in a mirror match, people are still going to go in. He attacks over Mathematician, which in essence is giving the man in black a pot of greed for the turn. And look how many cards he has now. I think that's 7. Yeah, I count 7 cards with the 1 card on field. That is a lot of advantage compared to only the 6 that Mika has. So, man, he gets another Mathematician. And at this point, I wonder if he'll simply just go for the draw again. He goes for Fearless. I was actually thinking Fearless seemed like a better play there. You could just blow the dragon up. And yeah, now that your opponent has chained the Maxi, I feel like that's the much better play. Nope, looks like he's going to Synchro, I think I'd go for Black Rose now. Just get rid of the whole board. So he's going to go for the field wipe. See if he can get Mika's back row out of here. Now the thing is, even if Mika chains and uses the dragon effect, it's like no point because, wow, an effect veiler? I don't like that play at all because now he can just attack over it. And now he gets battle damage. Ooh, those back row had better be amazing because I didn't like that unless you have shut off fusion. Oh, okay. Well, he had shut off fusion. Unfortunately, that's met with vanities. And he has to dark hole. Pretty much like last game where his opponent had to use the Regeki. I mean, you can argue that Mika completely sold out for shut off fusion. Because I'm like, dude, why would you want to save the Black Rose? Do you have to give up a card, but now you lose your dragon. So he completely sold out for Black Rose Dragon. Or for the shut off fusion. He was banking everything on it. Now, what I think is going to happen here, I'm fairly certain that Mika's about to go ham. I think he's going to probably chain a sovereignty from his hand. There it is. And now you're about to see the derpiness of Star Seraphs. And see, I didn't know that this was the way they worked. I didn't know that you could... Oh, okay. So he's going to activate Vanities. That still won't stop the plus. And if that monster isn't something really good, maybe a chair, then he's going to lose the Vanities. That had better be a chair. And it's not. It's Falco. Which means not only does he lose the Vanities, but then he also loses Falco's effect. That is terrible. But I guess he felt like, well, there was no real upside. He must have thought, I have to do it. And it looks like he's going to get met with the same play. You see him, you see Man in Black summon another Scepter. Obviously, he already had two sovereignties in his hand. He was going to summon them both, draw two cards. Probably make Deltaros, or if he had a card in hand, I don't even remember. He would have made Ouroboros, and that just would have been it. So we're seeing games where Mana Black clearly has been on the offensive the entire time. He just needs to be able to close the duel out. In game one, he didn't. And in game two, he did. Both players have hit their vanities, and both times they've saved them from getting wrecked. Seriously. But Man in Black was able to capitalize off of his vanities. Actually, though, in game one, Mika was able to capitalize off of his. You know. Alright, so you see Squamata plus set 2. And it's pretty interesting to see Squamata summon this many times. I mean, it's just being used as a beat stick in this match. Gonna see a tribute summon for Majesties or Vanities? Okay, for Majesty's Fiend. Hey, I'm not hating on that. Alright, it's always been a legitimate play. Again, with Snatch still out of the game, becomes much better. It's met with Regeki. You might want to... Nah, you wouldn't want to L it. Because you'd bring Construct out and then she'd just die to Regeki too. So, like, what will be the point? Now, unless he plays Forbidden Lands, I'm not really sure what he's thinking about. There's the potential for Book of Moon, but, like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, I'm keeping 100. I don't understand why you keep Book of Moon in the mirror match. It just doesn't make any sense. You never want to, you never want to book your opponent's monsters. So he is going to L. I don't love this play because Construct is still going to die. Wait, the Man in Black says, I'm thinking now. I guess, I don't know if he's thinking on the L or if he's thinking on the Construct herself. He may be thinking, okay. I mean, Construct will still get her effect. Obviously, you can't get Falco because Falco would get summoned by its own effect, but then you would have already used it for the turn. Your opponent can literally summon like anything and attack it and it'll just die. Like, map position would be the worst. Alright, so he gets what? Hedgehog? Or, no, he didn't add a Hedgehog. He can't add Hedgehog from Hedgehog. I didn't actually see what he got. I know he added L to his hands. Okay, so he's going to add Squamata. Fair enough. And the man in black is summoning Mathematician. He has been hitting his Mathematicians consistently, and Mika hasn't summoned a Mathematician once. I mean, not that I've seen. I mean, maybe there is a chance, I guess, that he might not run Mathematician. But let's just see what's going to happen here. I mean, and this honestly might be one of those times where if you have enough damage, you just try and go for it. And the Shadow Mirror match, you generally do that. Like, if you see an opening, just go for it. Unless you're met with pretty much max E. And even then, sometimes I think it's smart to go for it. Alright, so he gets it in for 1,500. It's going to set a card in phase. So, I think I'm going to start streaming again, guys. Probably 2 days a week. We'll start with 2. Ideally, I want to get to 3. I want to get my my streaming game going. Get it to be more of where I'm using like not just the same couple of decks over and over, but I think each week I'll just build 3 or 4 decks, and I'll just pick them, and we'll go for a couple hours. I actually have a whole bunch of just random decks that I have ideas for, and it's like, if I have crazy ideas, this is the best way to try and play them. Alright, so you see Mika try and go for the L Fusion, the one that he added back for Construct. That's met with Vanities. Because, I mean, it wouldn't be a duel in this match without Vanities. It just wouldn't feel right, right? Looks like he's going to turn that Vanities off with Sinister Shadow Games. Probably sending a Beast. Well, Vanities isn't off the field yet, so. All right. Now the question is, how exactly is he going to close this game out? I mean, I wouldn't even be shocked if Mika had his own Vanities down there, because Vanities just clearly seems to be the theme of... are you kidding me? Okay, I don't even think that card is still technically limited anymore. These players are hitting Vanities every single turn, it seems like. Like, is this real life? The Vanities have been so real. I really do not believe that Vanities is limited in this duel. They have hit Vanities like every single time somebody goes for a big special summon. Vanities Emptiness right there staring them in the face. It is incredible. And that's the only reason I said it wouldn't shock me if he had Vanities, is because they've been doing it all the time. So it's going to activate Dark Hole. Falco shouldn't get its effect. Hedgehog will get its effect. The problem is, if Mika has any like beaters, he can just close the game out. I mean, if he has another Scepter, that'll do it. Okay, so he summons a Squamata. Don't tell me he has another L. Oh, there's that other L. And that is the end of that game. So that was a pretty entertaining match for a mirror match. I really wish that Necro's mirror matches could go that fast. Thank you guys for watching as always.